After 2 great days in Mendoza, short flight to Buenos Aires. If you love tango, good wine, incredible food, and a good time, this is your city. In this video, we cover our favorite neighborhoods and the things we genuinely enjoy doing in Buenos Aires. We're starting in San Telmo. It's the center of tango culture, known for its cobblestone streets and historic buildings. The San Telmo market alone is worth the visit. Antiques, local crafts, bars, and great energy all in one place. San Telmo is famous for its massive Sunday street fair, but the Mercado San Telmo is open every day. It's the perfect spot to spend a lazy afternoon, browsing, eating, and watching people go by. Grab a seat at one of the counters and just dig in. Artisanal empanadas, sizzling steaks, a classic choripan, all made right in front of you. Wash it down with a local craft beer or a glass of Malbec. You're sitting shoulder to shoulder with strangers, and somehow that makes it even better. There's a certain feeling you get walking through Mercado San Telmo. The aisles are narrow and maze-like, a little rough around the edges, and that's exactly why it works. Old nostalgia and fresh energy sitting side by side. Antiques, food, art, people. You don't come here with a shopping list. You come here to wander and see what you find. This market isn't just a building. It's a living piece of what Buenos Aires actually is. What strikes you most is the contrast. San Telmo residents shopping for groceries, old vendors next to craft beer stands, and vintage record sellers. This indoor market is essentially a living museum. You can spend hours going through carefully curated collections of Argentine history and craftsmanship. I walked out with something I didn't expect, a necklace with a pinkish red stone, the national gemstone of Argentina. San Telmo is unlike any other neighborhood in Buenos Aires. The history, the street life, the market, the tango, it all comes together in a way that's hard to describe, but very easy to feel. Some places just have a character that sticks with you. This is one of them. Tango is Argentina's most passionate and melancholic art form, and almost every visitor makes a point to see it live. First time here, we did what most tourists do, booked a grand show in a massive theater. Hundreds of guests, bus after bus, a production built purely for volume, far from personal. Buenos Aires actually has over 30 small, intimate tango venues beyond those large-scale shows. Tonight we are skipping the big stage and going to one of them. Just a short walk from San Telmo in the Montserrat neighborhood is El Cuerandi Tango Show. The moment you step inside, the atmosphere wraps around you completely. Intimate and romantic, with a maximum of just 120 people, you are close enough to hear the sharp scuff of the dancers' shoes on the floorboards and see the raw passion in their faces. The 75-minute show takes you on a journey through tango history, from its gritty roots in the late 19th century all the way to its modern form. Dinner is a generous 3-course meal. Bife de chorizo, a thick cut of Argentine steak paired with Malbec that keeps flowing throughout the evening. The food is great, but the real reason you are here is what happens on that stage. Raw energy, historical storytelling, dancers so close you feel every move. This is what tango is supposed to feel like. Not a production built for busloads of tourists. Something personal. Something real, and one of the best evenings we've had in Buenos Aires. Greater Buenos Aires is one of the largest metro areas in South America. 16 million people, 1,500 square miles. The city center itself is home to just 3 million of them. The rest spreads far into the suburbs. Next stop is Puerto Madero. And the transformation of this place is hard to believe. Not long ago, this was a decaying stretch of empty warehouses going nowhere. Today, it's one of the most successful urban waterfront restorations in the world. Luxury lofts, corporate offices, and pedestrian-friendly cobblestone promenades along the water. The waterfront is lined with upscale restaurants, from elegant Italian bistros to famous high-end parillas. Patios spill right out onto the docks. Connecting the east and west sides is the neighborhood's most iconic landmark, Puente de la Mujer, the Women's Bridge. Now we're heading to the Parana Delta. This is where the Parana and Uruguay rivers meet in a vast maze of small islands. The wide stretch of water between Buenos Aires and Uruguay is called Rio de la Plata. The Delta is where it all begins. The Parana Delta covers 7,000 square miles, 200 miles long, up to 37 miles wide. Thousands of islands though woven by waterways. Tigre is the entrance town and a favorite getaway for Buenos Aires locals. What stopped us were the supply boats at the docks. Delta residents have no stores and no running water. Everything is delivered by boat. Groceries, drinking water, household supplies, all of it. The logistics behind that system fascinate us. If you know how it works, tell us in the comments. The waterways here work exactly like a road network. Highways, side streets, and all types of vehicles, just on water. Public transport, daily supplies, and recreation all share the same channels. The main terminal in Tigre runs just like a bus station. Ticket windows, waiting areas, and separate boarding ramps for each boat line. Beyond the grocery boats, wooden water buses with mahogany finishes run fixed routes on a schedule, dropping islanders at different docks, just like a city bus. Water taxis handle private trips to specific islands faster and direct. School boats, emergency boats, garbage collection, all by water too. Private yachts, kayaks, and tour boats fill the rest. We hired a private boat for our small group. Next stop, a family living on one of the Delta Islands. "15,000 people live out here permanently. 5 million visit every year. The water bus keeps it all moving. Every 30 minutes for the closer islands. Once or twice a day for the remote ones deep in the Delta. For residents, that schedule is everything. No roads, no cars, no quick run to the store. Every errand, every school morning, every emergency depends on that boat. It is their grocery store, their bus, their ambulance, and their only real thread connecting them to the rest of the world. 15 rowing clubs line the Tigre riverbank, all still operating. British, Italian, French immigrants each built their own here. Monthly fees cover a boatyard, gym, pool, and restaurant. People row every day. Old traditions, very much alive. We pass several small boutique hotels along the way. Quiet, resort-style retreats sitting right on the water. A perfect weekend escape from the city. Private homes filled the gaps, quite a few available as vacation rentals. Every property has its own dock. There is simply no other way in or out. To reach some, you leave the main channel and follow smaller waterways threading between the islands. We turned into one of those now, heading toward our destination. Out here, the city feels very far away. Some waterways are too narrow and shallow for bigger boats, so you dock on the main channel and walk the rest through nature, following a shaded path toward a local family that runs a small guest house. You ring the bell. Renting rooms and serving home-cooked meals. No lobby, no check-in desk, just a family and their home deep in the Delta. Quiet, green, and completely unlike any hotel. It is peaceful out here in a way that is hard to describe. This is the Delta most visitors never reach. Hola. Hola. January is the middle of summer and the heat was real. We had a great lunch in the shade while the owner entertained the group. Singing, playing drums, good Argentine music in the open air. Some went hiking through the island after. Others jumped in the pool. A simple, relaxed afternoon in nature deep in the Delta. For us, the middle of nowhere. For this family living out here every day, the center of their universe. The Delta is wonderful to visit, but living here is a completely different story. Our guide explained that many people buy homes because they are far cheaper than on the mainland, then commute all the way to Buenos Aires for work each day. The morning starts on a wooden boat bus to Tigre, then the train to the city, and the same long journey in reverse each evening. Many homes have no running water. Some are off the grid. Riding along the river, you can feel it. Beautiful, but isolated. And when winter arrives with its storms, floods, and rain, the picture changes completely. The quiet and the nature, or the pulse of the city. Our hotel is in Palermo, the largest and most dynamic neighborhood in Buenos Aires, and the city's main hub for food, nightlife, and green spaces. By day, it feels like a relaxed, walkable village with people sitting outside at cafes and working remotely under the open sky. By night, it transforms completely, locals filling the bars and traditional steakhouses until the early hours of the morning. First stop in Recoleta. A rubber tree over 200 years old, canopy stretching more than 50 meters wide. The branches are so heavy, they need structural support. Just across the park stands the church, nearly 300 years old, white colonial architecture on the outside. Step through the doors and everything changes. The original Baroque interior is richly detailed, carefully decorated. A beautiful contrast between the calm exterior and what waits inside. Paying to walk through a cemetery, not the obvious choice, but Recoleta Cemetery is unlike anything you have seen before. A city for the dead, ultimate status symbol of Argentina's elite. Plots here cost as much as luxury estates in the city's finest neighborhoods. And today, with no space remaining, they almost never come on sale. When they do, the price runs into the hundreds of thousands. Families competed for prestige, importing Carrara marble from Italy, ironwork from England, and stained glass from Paris. At street level are only the family chapels. Coffins sit stacked in basements and upper floors, visible through the glass, intentionally so. Here, the dead are meant to be seen, visited, and kept close. No tour of Buenos Aires is complete without Plaza de Mayo, home of the Casa Rosada, the iconic pink presidential palace and official seat of government, the president's official workplace. Weekend visits are possible, but you need to book well in advance. Over the centuries, this square has been the central stage for the country's most defining political protests and major public gatherings. Few places in Argentina carry this much weight. Teatro Colón is considered one of the finest opera houses in the world. We had no time for a show, but daily tours are available, and we joined one. Construction lasted over 20 years, several European architects taking the lead at different points. Walking through, you feel every influence: Italian Renaissance, French Art Nouveau, German structural design. Stained glass cupolas in the main foyers came directly from Paris. Inside, it feels more like Versailles than an opera house. 24-karat gold leaf, crystal chandeliers, and columns of imported Italian marble. The acoustics at Teatro Colón are legendary, consistently ranked among the top 3 in the world. The horseshoe-shaped hall curves sound naturally, eliminating dead spots. Below the stage, a hollow pine chamber acts like the body of a giant violin, amplifying the voices. The dome and chandelier bounce sound upwards so precisely that those in the highest seats hear every whisper from the stage just as clearly as the front row. No trip to Buenos Aires is complete without La Boca, the most colorful neighborhood in the city. El Caminito, the famous pedestrian street, is touristy but genuinely fun. Great for souvenirs, food, asados, and cafes. The vivid buildings were built by Italian immigrants using leftover shipyard materials: corrugated metal, scrap wood, marine paint. When one color ran out, they used another. That accidental choice became the neighborhood's famous patchwork look. Some lunches you remember for the food. This one I will remember for the live tango show right next to our table. Only Buenos Aires serves lunch like this. Just 3 days, and we barely scratched the surface. No Buenos Aires? Share your tips in the comments. A like truly helps us stand out from the AI-generated stock footage flooding the platform. Comment and subscribe. And if you are not yet subscribed, we appreciate your support. The next video is one you absolutely do not want to miss. If you have seen waterfalls and thought they were spectacular, trust me, you have not seen anything like this. We are taking you to Iguazu Falls, and we are doing it the right way. Both sides, the Brazilian and the Argentinian. We fly above it, hike down into the gorge, get on a boat, and get right underneath the falling water. This is a video you truly do not want to miss. See you there.